Well, I just now finished recording a freaking 10-minute video about everything I wanted to say about the Dallas Cowboys losing this game, and then it says an error publishing after I hit the publish button. So here I go again. I want to talk about this horrible way to lose game. Romo with his 3 interceptions. That was completely ridiculous. Oh man, I'm like so pissed off. Not only because they just lost this game, but now I got to do all this recording over again. It's like frustrating as hell. Oh man. Okay, so Tony Romo, he's playing this year worse than I've ever seen him play. This loss completely falls on him. You know, I'm not one to just jump all over Romo and say it's just his fault because it's a team game, but this this football game right here was his fault. You know, we dominated the run. Our defense played pretty solid all game as far as stopping the run, but they had 2 wide receivers with 10 plus receptions and just ate us up. Eli had like 330 something passing yards and 2 touchdowns, and it's just, we gotta do better than that. We gotta hold better standards to our team. We can't we can't allow us to give away a game like that. And now the Giants have control of our division. You know, and next game we play against them is gonna be in New York, so you know it's gonna be hard. You know, Barber's hurt now with a quad strain. I don't know if he's gonna miss any playing time or whatever. Let's hope not. But you know, we still got Felix and Tashard Choice. So you know, let them get their touches, and hopefully we can still move the ball around. We gotta get Martellus Bennett more receptions. You know, I think he had like 2 for 20 yards or something like that. You gotta you gotta do something to get him some more receptions for real. Like whether it's just like snap the ball and throw it to him while he's still at the line of scrimmage and let him run with it, or you know, do something. You got to get him more involved. Spread the ball around. You know, they're already trying to match up with him, and it's opening other things. You know, we were letting that dictate what we did as far as what the Giants wanted to do versus what we lined up as with our tight ends. And we got to utilize that better. You know, we were hitting the runs, but as far as passing was ridiculous this game. Like I said, it was the worst I've ever seen Tony Romo play, and it kind of seemed like a complete flip flop as far as what I thought it was going to be. Romo's stats kind of look like what I thought Eli's stats were, except for I didn't think Eli would throw or Tony would throw 3 interceptions. I knew at least one, but I seen like the stats that Eli Manning put up. That's what I thought Tony was gonna do, and I was hoping he was going to do that because I got him on 2 of my fantasy teams. And by the way, this season is not a very good season for me in fantasy football. Uh, and I have 3 leagues. One of them with defensive players. Another one I'm a commissioner in a 20 team, you know, a 20 team league with 4 divisions. And both those leagues right there, I'm 0-2. Last week I lost to Shango. Brady and Moss tore me up. This week, Breeze and Colston tore me up. But even with Breeze and Colston this week doing what they did, I still had the chance to win it. If some of my defensive players would stepped up and and hit what they were projected. But it's pathetic. You know, there's a couple of guys that I've moved off of my starting roster from last week to this week, and I ended up regretting that. So I guess that was poor management on my part. So I gotta suck it up. 0-2. See if I can bounce back from that somehow. This is the worst I've ever did in fantasy football. I've never lost 2 games in a row, let alone the first 2 games of a season. And like I said, in the other league, that I lost in, I was depending on in the last game. I was depending on Tony Romo, Martellus Bennett, and Felix Jones, and completely didn't come through for me. All I needed was Romo to, at least hit 225 yards. I would have gotten some bonus points. Throw one more touchdown. I keep hoping Martellus Bennett's gonna get some more receptions. I don't see why he doesn't. But yeah, fantasy football wise, I'm just scratching my head, thinking, what do I need to do? Do I need to make some trades or what? Last week when I lost to Shango, a lot of that had to do with return yards. And he's got like 4 guys on the team that had return yards, and it's like 10 yards per point, and that completely ate me up. But anyways, this was a tough loss for us in Dallas, and it just seems like when we lost to the Eagles 44-6, what we had like everybody there, as far as like Dallas Cowboys alumni was all there to watch us lose badly. And then this game, we got the Ring of Honor. Everybody's there again, and we lose this game too. And it was all because of our bad plays, bad Tony Romo throws behind Witten, completely overthrown Miles Austin right to Phillips, and then the fluke interception that hit Witten's foot. And just can't we can't let that continue to go on. I'm not jumping off of the bandwagon or anything. Romo's still my quarterback. I don't want to see him go to another team and then end up winning the Super Bowl somewhere else. You know, you saw kind of like what happened. I'm not saying that Tony Romo is Kurt Warner, but you seen like St. Louis, they go far with Kurt Warner. He hurts his thumb, and then he's like sucking for a year or two or something, and then they let him go, and he ends up going to Arizona, and now he's eating up the league again. And I don't want to see something like that happen as far as with Tony Romo. I still am thinking about the team. Whatever we got to do to win. Get that sixth Super Bowl trophy here in Dallas. But man, I don't want to see Tony Romo go somewhere else. He's got a lot of talent. He's just got to get it together and work on them throws. You need to stop golfing, dude. No more golfing. It's got to be nothing but football, 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 all day, all night. Football. That's pretty much all I got to say for now. Leave some comments, rate me, whatever. Peace out. I'll try to get them next week. Ridiculous. I tell you, ridiculous.